I'm back again. Do you know what? It's so funny because I just spent some time editing my last video and I realized how wonky the photo frame looks. It looks like I'm probably the worst handy woman in the world. Like it was hanging so weird and it just I'm one of those people, I can't stand things kind of being skewed or like not right. So that was killing me during editing. But you know what? I was like, I am not re recording that. There is just simply no way that I am re recording that. So I think the main thing that's really slowing me down with kind of creating videos and things like that is me trying to plan out exactly like what I should say and how I should phrase it, this, that, and the other. But honestly, that's not the kind of intention that I had for most of these videos that I'm kind of posting to YouTube. The idea was it to just kind of be like a flow of, what's it called? How do you say it? A flow of, to just let it come out the way I'm thinking, like just speak basically. So in this video, that's what I'm going to try to do. I don't want to make this too long, but I do want to say that this video is going to be about self-care and really kind of taking care of your mental health and your just general wellness whilst you're job seeking, because it's not something that people really talk about, and I don't know why. I have no idea why. So go ahead, grab your notebooks, grab some pens, grab a nice hot drink. I'm here, I've got my little cushion, and I'm super snuggly right now. I'm just really comfortable, and let's just get into it. Searching for a job when you're one of the only people out of your friendship group that are searching for a job can be a very lonely experience. And if there's one thing that really makes loneliness worse, is just having pressure on you, and a pressure that not many other people understand. It can really be a lot. And I remember when things were really hard for me back in 2019, when I was really struggling to find a position whilst I was working on my freelancing. I remember feeling as though I couldn't relax. I shouldn't be relaxing. I shouldn't take a day off of searching for positions, because why would I? You know, I'm not here for a vacation. This isn't a holiday. And that was something that I just kept telling myself over and over again. And all it did was just keep me stressed out and burnt out. Because what people don't understand is that, I mean, you may understand, but a lot of people who have never really been out of work for, you know, like a couple weeks or a couple months even, they don't understand that searching for work in itself can be a full-time job. And unfortunately one where, you know, it's not until you land that position where it really feels as though it's paying off. And it's so easy to burn yourself out because you feel as though you can't stop. But I'm here to say that you absolutely have to stop. You absolutely have to take a few days off. You absolutely need to take care of yourself. Absolutely need to have hot baths and things like that. And just take care of your mental health as best you can. Because if you're burning yourself out, if you're putting pressure on yourself and stressing and straining yourself, you are not going to find anything that you're really looking for. I think that also looking for a job, it can really make you start to look at yourself differently, especially when you're applying for 10, 15, 20 positions and you haven't heard anything back. You can really start to like lower your self-esteem, and it is tough. It is tough, and that is why self-love is needed more than ever during a job search. And the advice that I would have given to myself is to just be more gentle with myself. This isn't a time to beat myself up. This is a time to pour into myself. You know, it's not a vacation. It's not a vacation. It's not necessarily a fun experience to be at home and maybe not having the money to even go out and do the things that you love to do that bring you joy. And then that kind of adds to the sense of isolation and feeling like you're stuck and like you're trapped at home. And then make it even worse with social media. You know, you've got everyone talking about their amazing lives and they're doing this and they're doing that, and people are jetting off to Italy for 2 weeks and you're just indoors. So yeah, I wish I would have been a lot more gentle with myself. And yeah, I think I'd also would have recommended to myself to use this time as efficiently as possible. You know, when you're searching for a position, you can get very one track minded, but it's actually an opportunity to get out there and start living. Because this might sound crazy, but a 9 to 5, you obviously get paid for it, but you're in an office or whatever, 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Being at home is you have a certain level of freedom. There is a certain level of freedom with that. And with that freedom, you can pretty much do so many things to pour into yourself. I do think that the job hunting experience, you can look at it however you want to look at it. But you can look at it as a time to feed into yourself. For example, with me, I've started volunteering. You know, I'm going to be talking about the drug and alcohol recovery organization that I am volunteering with, and I'll probably release that video a little bit later on. But for me, doing that has really allowed me to add value to my own life by adding value to other people's lives. And having purpose and meaning, you know, I get to wake up and know that I'm going to go out there and I'm going to help people and meet incredible people and listen to people's stories and do the best that I can do to show up and just be authentically myself and help people the best way that I know how. And that is a gift in itself. It really is. And not only that, do you know how nice it is to go to the supermarket and there be no queues? Especially at the self-checkout. Like, that is incredible as well. And, you know, I've just been going to museums at 3 p.m. on a Tuesday. And it's crickets. It's silent as a mouse. You can hear a pin drop in there. And it's lovely. And being able to go out into nature and do things on my time and really have that space to pour into me. And so I would say that anyone out there who is feeling run down and sort of depressed and feeling low because of the job hunt and how difficult it is nowadays, it's no joke. It's really not. I keep looking at myself. It's no joke out there. It is not a fun experience at all. But there is a type of freedom to being unemployed. There is. There's time freedom. And at the end of the day, there may be a lot of people working 9 to 5 who have the money, and people who, you know, have whatever going on for them and they're wealthy or they're rich, but they're time poor. Time is the one thing that you simply cannot make. You cannot create more of it. You can always make more money, and you will make more money. But right now, if you are in a place where you are unemployed, you are time rich. And what do you want to do with that time? You know, do you want to go out there and find adventure? Because there's so many free things to do if money is, you know, an issue. And yes, it is difficult because your friends aren't around, they're working their 9 to 5s or working on their businesses or whatever. But there are so many people who are unemployed right now who are going to, you know, library workshops, you know, CV clinics. They're going to like cover letter workshops and seminars, and there's so many cool things that happen in communities to support people. And it's a chance, because you never actually know. Maybe you'll find something out there that you love, and maybe it will inspire a side hustle, or it will inspire you to even do a whole career transition, a whole career change. um I'll be getting into all of that with me, but yeah, I guess this was kind of all over the place. But I suppose I wanted to talk a little bit about self-care, but um kind of went into how to use time. But I mean, volunteering and, taking time out for yourself and doing the things that you want to do, and spending the time in a way that aligns with your own values and your own beliefs kind of is self-care in a way. I mean, you're doing something that benefits you and fills your cup, and I feel like that's what self-care is. It's something that you do that fills up your cup. And so every day, that I was really struggling, try to remind myself it's okay to take a bubble bath. And if I need a bubble bath every day, that's what I'm going to do. Because just because I'm out of work, it doesn't mean that I don't deserve to treat myself. It doesn't mean that I don't deserve this. It doesn't mean that I should punish myself for being in a position that most adults will be in their lives. So I think reframing it like that, and just being gentle and kind, and filling up the cup, and realizing that we deserve to fill up the cup, is just really, really key. It's key to staying mentally healthy, having a good sense of well-being, and having a relatively good quality of life whilst you're in this kind of transition period. It's important.